Well, you can't help but notice the high style of the Grizzlies as they came through the tunnel earlier on, all set to take the stage in front of their loyal fans. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The mighty Mississippi River carving its path through Memphis, Tennessee, where we're coming to you from tonight. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for George.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Williams at the 1. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Clark in at the 3. Hey, Smitty, when a team underperforms early in the season, fans tend to go crazy. I mean, they just can't figure out why this is happening. But what are the players saying to each other on the bench when they're traveling in the locker room?
You know, I think when you're having great communication, Kevin, when guys amongst each other, you're trying to get through it, you're working through it. Whether you get through it or not is fine. I think there's a sign that things are going wrong. Kevin, you hear about these player-only meetings. When you start having 2 or 3 of those, that's when the ship is starting to go south.
Now, here's Zubac. The pass to Leonard for 3. Brooks grabs the board, knocks it loose, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's the Grizzlies now. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Clark. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now, here's George. He had 25 points in the win against Dallas.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Here's Clark. He's covered by Leonard. No good from Clark. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
Harrell against Jackson. Now here's Harrell. D right on him. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
This is what Kawhi provides. 100% of effort. Loves to take it right to you.
Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. There's only so much you can do game planning for Paul George. But Coach is just as concerned with PG's defense as he is with his scoring. Tremendously long and disruptive, we know that George is as good as they come at the defensive end. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Morant. Harrell with the block.
And for a big guy, Harrell's quick off his feet. He can block shots inside and on the perimeter. The Clippers last year, they scored well. Lacked a true superstar, but they were aggressive. Case in point, #1 in the league in free throw attempts.
And Smitty getting to the line most often for the Clippers last season, Lou Williams and Gallinari.
That combination was fascinating to watch. When you have guys who can score on all three levels and know how to draw fouls, that puts tremendous pressure on the defense.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Clark. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game. They are out of rhythm, 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
And Harrell slams it in.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Here is Brooks after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Knocked away. Stolen by George. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
And right now, a brief look at the power rankings here at the end of November. It's interesting to see how the teams compare. You look at Portland. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the Clippers are, they are rolling, showing a lot of belief in themselves. The fan base is energized. We'll see if they can keep this up.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Clippers. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, there's the Grizzlies, 5 games behind.
And, you know, for Los Angeles, they've had an impact on the league already this year. You always hear them talk about the power rankings in the NBA, and they're climbing that list in a hurry.
A surprise to most outside observers, but internally, they had confidence coming into this season. Now we know why.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. To the paint, here's Clark. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Another thing coaches love about Williams, he's a high percentage free throw shooter who gets to the line often.
And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
And last season, the Grizzlies increasing their rate of three-point attempts, but still bottom 6 in attempts and percentage.
This team needs more shooting. Shooting. The grit and grind era is over. Their offense has to be more dynamic. Valanciunas getting rewarded there for putting down a solid screen on the pick and roll.
Here's Zubac down low. Here's Harrell. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Valanciunas. Inside, here's Jackson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Out to the wing. And George, here we go. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's Clark. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Morant kicks to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. His first shot coming late, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Williams. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
The thing about Lou Williams, he sort of glides around, then suddenly he hits the turbojets.
And here's Morant. 17 points for him last game against Indiana. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now, here's George. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Zubac, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Here's Clark. Cans the 12-footer. Clark's got his second basket.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent 3-ball shooter.
Here's Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
Now here's Brooks, following the miss by Lou Williams. And there's Jackson on the assist by Brooks.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Williams. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Here's Morant. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Goes up at the stripe, and it's Memphis with another.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Here's Williams. Right side George. Entered on the wing. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Here's Morant. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. They grab their own miss. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Like the way that Valanciunas worked his way to the line on that shot. Never let the defender get comfortable. A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jay Crowder's checked in for Jackson. Jackson comes in for Clark. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. Now here's Beverly. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Outside, Green. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Jones with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Jackson in the corner. A second chance effort. No good from Valanciunas.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that one's good. Shamet. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 8-point game. Passes to Crowder. Lots of room. That shot off. And the Clippers will come the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Rodney McGruder's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And here is Los Angeles now. They're leading by 8. Outside Crowder. Memphis the rebound. Jackson. It's deflected. Here's Harkless. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Now Anderson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Jones, the pass to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Oh, and he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff. Now here's Beverly. 8-point game. Six to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Good on the shot.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Now here's Jones. Down low. Here's Valanciunas. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's Beverly, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
Here is Anderson after the basket by Los Angeles. High arcing shot. Great D that time from Green. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Bobbed up there for Green.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
So it's the Grizzlies now, down by 12. Jackson kicks to Jones. Back to Jackson for the 3. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Harkless, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
56 seconds left in the first quarter. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Jones, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Los Angeles leading by 12. Beverly dishes to Green. 35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the rejection by Jackson. And there's a whistle that goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul. Grayson Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jones looking for an opening. Allen outside. Pass to Valanciunas. Got it. Good job in the low post. Valanciunas has got 10.
He usually shoots a high percentage in the paint, and on that play, Valanciunas got it done.
Here's Beverly. Lays it up off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action after this word. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. They've got Jonas Valanciunas, Josh Jackson out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Allen. And it's Jones in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And this is what you like to see from Valanciunas, being active on offense and racking up some points.
Crowder with the steal. The dish to Allen. A lot of talent in the 2018 draft, Smitty. Who do you think has the highest ceiling of that group?
Kevin, I love that question because it's not who's the best player who has the best talent. It's the ceiling. I think Jaren Jackson Jr., Marvin Bagley, those guys have so much room to grow. The Doncic and the Trae Young, those guys are fantastic. They have room to grow, but I think those two have a lot of room to grow, and they're already good.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Beverly, the pass to Green. And it's Magruder in the corner. Back to Green. The pass to Shamet. 4 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Josh Jackson.
It was a busy rookie season for Landry Shamet. He got off to a hot start in Philadelphia, but was traded near the deadline to the Clippers. Slotted in as a starter there and looked great.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Shamet. And last year for Shamet, even with the trade from Philadelphia, still very productive.
Reason why the shooting from outside is what jumps out at you. Rarely do you ever see a rookie come in and shoot over 40% from deep like Shamet did.
Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Morant comes in for Jones. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Morant. There's the feed to Jackson. George with the defensive effort.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Now here's Morant, defended by Beverly, shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
The second youngest player in the NBA last season, Jaren Jackson Jr. with an immediate impact. The sky is the limit for this young man.
That's good from Jackson. And the 4th pick in the 2018 draft, Jaren Jackson Jr. with Smitty, tremendous potential.
You know what, Kevin? He's a unicorn. He makes threes, he blocks shots, and he defends out to the three-point line. An ideal modern big man.
Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jackson hits both of them.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
They get a hand on it. Morant with the steal. Puts it up from 15, and he connects with the jumper. Morant's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And you can see the confidence Morant possesses. He's fine testing his luck with the quick pull-up, Jay.
And here is Williams. He has 6. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harrell. And it's Morant with the rebound.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Here's Crowder. And Crowder slams it in.
And for Jay Crowder, nothing has been given to him. He fights and he competes.
Williams passes to Zubac. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, if it's a Zubac, may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Zubac. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
Here's Clark. Morant with it. Pass to Brooks. And that one drops for him.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Right side, Williams. Left side, George. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. The shot by Crowder, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yep, that one goes.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Morant kicks to Crowder. Over Williams. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Harrell, and the rejection by Jackson. A baseline J. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds in this game. Leonard attacking, and then Leonard with the dunk.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Morant. Lays it up and banks it in. Morant's got 6 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Williams. Clock at 6. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Memphis. It's a 10-point game, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Over Williams. Williams with the defensive effort. Clippers leading by 10. Stolen by Anderson. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And that's his 3rd foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Leonard. Here's the teardrop. And the rejection by Harrell. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. The Grizzlies trail by 10. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jackson finds Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Brooks with no one around. They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Anderson. He's right around 5 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or 2 every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
And so Jackson nails both of them. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
And so Jackson nails both of them. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Good on both.
They had some turmoil for the Grizzlies last season. Player confrontations in the locker room, confusion over which Brooks they were including in a trade, Marshawn or Dillon. I think they're happy to turn the page.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Jackson's got 8 points in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And George kicks to Zubac. Passes it to Williams. Fires, high post. Off the left rim and out. But he talked about the turmoil for the Grizzlies last season. The trade talk surrounding Gasol and Mike Conley had to be a distraction.
And come to find out, even the front office and the coaching staff were on the hot seat. They held exit interviews and addressed the media. A few hours later, they were let go. Some awkward moments for sure.
Harkless is checked in for Harrell. And here are the Clippers now. They've led by as many as 14 points. It's Williams with the drive and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Crafty drive by Lou. That's a veteran play, drawing the foul.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Now Morant. 6 points for him. Brooks outside. To the middle. Here's Anderson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Way to convert through contact, Kyle, with excellent body control.
Now here's Williams. He's got 11. Harkless on the wing. Outside, George. On the wing, Williams. This one for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. He kicks it to Clark. Tries yet again. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Josh Jackson's checked in for the Grizzlies. Tyus Jones comes in for Dillon Brooks. And then for Los Angeles, Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Rodney Magruder comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
The Grizzlies on offense. They're on a 14-5 run here. Here's Anderson. To the inside, Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. Leonard with no one around. And the 3-ball is good. Leonard's got 15.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Morant with it. 6 points for him. 1:57 left to play here in the half. Here's Jones. Anderson trying to free himself up. Jones, no luck.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Beverly wide open. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
1:30 left in the first half. Anderson outside. He dishes it to Morant. Gets an open look and hits. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
To the paint, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Talented, opportunistic. When Leonard gets hot, it can last for long stretches.
There's 57 seconds left here in the second. Now Morant. He's got 8. Green with the rebound.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Right side Jones. It's good. He has 6.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
The pass to Magruder. Over Jones. And there's the bucket from Magruder. And the Clippers lead by 7.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Jackson dishes to Morant. Kicks it to Jackson. Down low. And Anderson slams it in.
Getting himself to the rim, Anderson continually finds ways to impact the game.
Harkless on the wing. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions about the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Who does a better job of playing to his strengths than Kawhi Leonard? Knows exactly where to get his shots from within the flow of the offense. One of the most reliable performers in this league.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Ivica Zubac is out there with Green. Then it's Williams. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Morant passes to Clark. Now here's Morant. Shot clock at 6. Harrell against Jackson. And it's off the back rim. No good. Clippers leading by 5. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George. Just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
The Grizzlies shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Here's Clark. He's covered by Leonard. Clark kicks to Brooks. Pass to Morant. Memphis moving that ball around, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
And
whoa, hammering it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Williams passes to Harrell. George against Brooks. To the middle. Leonard fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all three levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
On the free throw, no good.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies, trailing by 4. To the inside. Here's Valanciunas. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Leonard, no luck.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And it's Morant missing. Clippers leading by 4. Here's George. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. George, that's a 2-pointer, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Great pass by Lou. He's such a good scorer. That allows him to draw the defensive attention away from his teammates.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And the rejection by Zubac. Outside Leonard. Over Clark. Lets it go from 11. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And here's Morant. He's got 10, and his offensive struggles continue. George against Brooks. The shot by George, no good.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Williams. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's Morant missing.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
In the corner, George with it. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And now it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead. Grizzlies have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Now here's Morant. Zubac's defending. Morant passes to Brooks, and the layup is good. Brooks has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
George looking over the floor. George double teamed. 6 to shoot. 9 feet out. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's Leonard missing.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Inside. Jackson misses. Los Angeles leading by 6. Leonard attacking. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 6 assists now in the game. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
A new Memphis head coach, 3 of the last 4 seasons. Changeover in the front office as well. Hopefully, they'll find some continuity moving forward.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jay Crowder comes in for Jaren Jackson. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Clark. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. Valanciunas dishes to Brooks. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. To the inside. Kicks it out to Allen. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Smitty, this Grizzlies team has always given a good effort. How tough do you think it is to see a coach let go, even when his players are responding?
You know, it's very tough because you gain trust in that coach. And often having a coaching change are more of a symptom of what's going on above them in the front office.
So it's the Clippers now. Valanciunas with the ball. George picks him up, and Zubac picks up the foul. That's his 5th foul.
Just a little too aggressive. His 5th foul of the night. Expect him to go right at him to try to pick up number 6.
Outside Crowder. And that one is good. Crowder's got his 2nd bucket.
He's a power player. That's Crowder's game once he gets inside.
And George kicks to Zubac. Passes it to Shamet. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Another shot. Clock at 6. They get it back. And it's Harrell missing.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
Trying to get open is Brooks. And it's Morant missing.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
Harrell, the pass to Zubac. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Crowder, the pass to Morant. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor. Clippers leading by 6. It's George on the wing. Allen with the rebound. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Left side, Crowder. Shamet with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Shoots. The shot's good on the assist by George. Shamet's got 10 points in the game.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
Allen against George. Knocked loose, and Memphis with another turnover here. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. Second, the Grizzlies.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And the Clippers call time here.
And what was more fun to watch last season than Patrick Beverley checking Kevin Durant in the playoffs?
Patrick Beverley's energy and fight gave the Clippers a chance every night. Obviously, the Warriors' talent won out, but the Clippers made them work every step of the way.
Some changes for Memphis. Josh Jackson's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. And then for Los Angeles, Green is checked in for Zubac. Reese Harkless comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Leonard. And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. It's a 10-point game. Memphis moving that ball around. And Crowder slams it in.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
Beverley, the pass to Shamet, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, I love to see that kickback pass.
Unselfish play. Could have easily laid that one up.
And for Memphis, they're shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Allen outside. Pass to Crowder. Releases. And it's Memphis with another.
Watching Crowder, one thing that stands out to me is just how reliable he's been throughout his career.
Here's Beverley. And Jones pulls it down. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Allen kicks to Jones. This is his first free throw of the game.
This season, the percentage right around 72%, so not the kind of success he was hoping for.
And that one falls for Jones. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Anderson's checked in, and so Jones nails both of them.
And Memphis owing a pick to Boston. Rumor was they hoped it would convey this summer rather than rolling over to the 2020 draft.
Moving up to number 2, not a bad outcome. With a potential star in Ja Morant, they've got another key player for their rebuild.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Valanciunas inside, working on Green. Los Angeles leading by 8. George dishes to Harkless. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Jonas Valanciunas. 11th in rebounding, 16th in blocks, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Jones, the pass to Crowder. There's the pass to Valanciunas. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 14 points. Lobbed up there for Green. That one's not going to go.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
No, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Valanciunas puts the fadeaway right on the money. Valanciunas has got 20.
Valanciunas has a look from the mid-range. He is very comfortable taking it.
It's tipped. And now Crowder running the floor all by himself.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Clippers leading by 6. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Free throw good from Shamet. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And then for Los Angeles, Montrezl Harrell comes in for Harkless, and Rodney Magruder's subbed in for George. Both shots good from the stripe. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Here is Anderson. 6 points for him. Outside Jackson. A 3 ball. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Harrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
Back to Magruder. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Crowder. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Harrell.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. They've got Jackson. Anderson is out there with Jones. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Crowder in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
You see the quickness of Beverly, blinding speed in the inside.
Here's Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson has the open look, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 3rd assist on the night. Clippers leading by 7. Williams with the ball. Pass to Beverly. It's stolen by Jones. And now Jones running the floor all by himself.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
You know what? We see this time and time again. Turnovers lead to a break, and then points at the other end.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
And the first one drops. And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark is checked in for Jay Crowder, and it's Morant in for Tyus Jones.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Anderson against Williams. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Beverly fires the 3. The shot, no good. And Memphis the other way now.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half, nothing in the second.
Kept alive. Jackson dishes to Jackson. And the rejection by Harrell. It's tipped. Anderson in the post, defended by Beverly.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Sunday, they'll start out on the road and play the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And that one against the Bulls, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
That free throw good from Anderson.
The 6'9" Kyle Anderson has a 7'3" wingspan. A big asset defensively. Not the most athletic, but he racks up blocks and steals.
And Memphis making a change here. Brooks checked in, and the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in for Green. And you look at Anderson, he likes playing with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he has good ball handling for his size and great court vision. We call him slow-mo, but he can get to the rim on his drives, and he's a good finisher when he gets inside.
Valanciunas is checked in for Kyle Anderson. Throw good, Lou Williams. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Jackson against Harrell. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Valanciunas, and the rejection by Zubac.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Passes it to Harrell. Goes up, and Harrell slams it in.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Dishes it to Morant. They need this, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And as good as Morant's been, there's still plenty of upside. One of the younger players to enter the draft in 2019.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Here is Williams. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Harrell. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
And that one falls for Clark. And he can't hit the second. Los Angeles leading by 9. Morant with the steal. Pushing it up, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Williams from 16 feet away, he cans it. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Not to be denied, you see the defender closing out. Williams pays him no mind.
Jackson down low. Harrell on him. Out to Brooks. Five on the clock. Here's Clark. Tries again. IT that time from Leonard.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
And again, the Clippers turn it over. George is checked in for Los Angeles. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Now Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Morant.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Williams gets the bucket.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Leonard. Now here's Morant. Here's the floater. He lays it in.
And, you know, we talk so much about Morant's athleticism, but his feel for the game equally as effective.
And George, here we go.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Brooks feeling it out a bit to the middle. Here's Jackson. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Harrell. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Clippers making a change here. Harkless is checked in. Clippers leading by 6. Down low. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Green, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And so Clark nails both of them.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And the shot goes in.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half, just taking what the defense allows.
The Grizzlies have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. The dish to Valanciunas. And no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's Green. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Brooks kicks to Morant. Paul George with the steal. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And finished off by Leonard.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
And here is Brooks. Pass to Jackson. Here's Clark, guarded by Green. Here's Clark. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. The shot by George, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Clark for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
Leonard, no luck. And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. And the rejection by Zubac. And he recovers it. It's Brooks on the wing, defended by George. Jackson, that's good.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Williams. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant with it. Shot from 12. And another shot. No good from Valanciunas.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
George with the bucket.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Morant missing. Clippers leading by 8. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Williams with the steal. Here's Green. They get it again. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Now Morant. Over George. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Here's Clark. He's guarded by Williams. Clark dishes to Brooks. And the rejection by Zubac. To the paint. Left side, Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Looking to end the run. Makes it off the glass. Valanciunas has got 22 points. We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter. To the middle. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Now here's Morant. Now the pass to Valanciunas.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Los Angeles.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Kawhi Leonard.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
The shot by George, no good.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
It's incredible, and I'll tell you what, it's a joy to watch. There's more to his game than threes and dunks.
Williams looking around. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.